Welcome to News OK's Parties Extra, brought to you by Party Galaxy. Patty Stevens is here to tell us about planning a recent party at the Oklahoma City Golf and Country Club and what it brought to her mind about pumpkin pie. Hey Patty, welcome.
Thank you.
A couple of weeks ago, you were planning your book club's I think it's your book club's menu with Carolyn Harrell at the Oklahoma City Golf and Country Club. I think you ordered pumpkin cheesecake. Have you already had that luncheon?
Yes, we have.
What was it?
I decided, since it was close to Thanksgiving, that I would order turkey and dressing. And so Carolyn came up with the idea, well, we have to have pumpkin pie. And so all of a sudden I had a flashback. And I said, Carolyn, I have to tell you the story of pumpkin pie. I said, I've known you for years, but you don't know my background. I grew up in the Philippines, and as a teenager, I was a Japanese prisoner for over 3 years. And during that time, this man came to my mother. He was a driver for the truck that would go out of the camp to get supplies for the kitchen.
Was he American?
An American,
Mm-hmm.
Yes. He went out with Japanese guards. And he said, would you possibly make a pumpkin pie for me, because Thanksgiving's coming and I would love to just have one piece. And she said, George, I don't have the ingredients. And he said, well, there are wild pumpkins growing around. You need to cook one of these pumpkins. While I'm out, I'll go ahead and get some sugar and 2 eggs. You come up with the rest of the ingredients. So Mother got busy. She got hold of some cassava roots, ground the roots.
What are cassava roots?
It's just
kind of like a spice.
Yeah, it's just a root that you can grind and make flour.
Oh,
and this she did, and she got hold of a coconut that I grated and squeezed to get the milk.
Oh my!
Our biggest problem is, what were we going to use for lard? And I said, well, Mother, you know, we each got one American Red Cross kit. And I said, in that kit, we each got a jar of unscented cold cream.
Cold cream?
Yeah. And I said, you need the cold cream more than I do. How about using my cold cream for the lard? We did.
Oh my goodness.
And it turned out great. We borrowed this little clay stove, got some charcoal in a Dutch oven, put the pie in and inverted the lid, put the coals on top. Turned out real good. We didn't have any spices for it, but that just shows how you can get along with just a few ingredients.
Oh my gosh. Well, and did you share? I mean, were you able to share it with people?
Not many.
Not.
We were too hungry.
So you all had your own little pie.
Carolyn was quite taken with
Well,
the
it is a
story,
wonderful
and so
story.
she ran into you and told you about it.
Well, we all were. I mean, to think that you used cold cream out of the Red Cross tins for the lard or the butter part. I mean, that is amazing.
Well, yes.
Now, who was your mom?
My mother, Selma Croft. Yes.
And was she from here?
No, actually from California.
From California, you all.
And I grew up in the Philippines.
Is that right? Well,
I was born in Honolulu, but grew up in the Philippines.
Grew up in the Philippines.
And was there during World War II, unfortunately.
So then what, any other good dishes you all prepared in the camp?
Not many. Everyone had to work, and my job was serving in the kitchen, but I had Japanese guards on me, and you know, you get used to eating a few worms in your cereal because that's a little added protein. Actually, we got down to 700 calories at the very end.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a good way to lose weight.
Very thin when you came out of there. Well, what foods were you craving when you got out of there? Pumpkin pie?
No. True. Actually, would you believe a can of peaches and some lizard peas?
Oh my gosh.
A few strange things. And chocolate. Oh, mercy.
Really? And how long were you in that camp?
3 years and 2 months.
That's a long time.
Lucky to be here.
So this year, what are you cooking and eating?
I am going to my step-grandson's for dinner, and he's fixing turkey. And believe it or not, grandmother's not cooking.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
I've done my share.
That is very awesome. So but I bet he has some pumpkin pie for you.
But yes, he will. It could be from Sam's or someplace. Who knows?
Well,
But at least it's edible.
that's
Yeah.
right. Well, I just think that's a fascinating story, and I think that so many of our young people need to hear about it and hear the fact that you went through that.
Well, I'm very fortunate to be here.
Well, we thank you for sharing your story with all of us. I know some of those memories are very hard ones, but we are thankful that we can make our pie crust from butter or Crisco bought in our very own Oklahoma City stores.
Good.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And we are thankful for our sponsor, Party Galaxy, Tractus for our centerpiece, and JRB Art at the Elms for our on-the-set painting. And thanks, Patty.
You're welcome.
Let's see it.